There are unofficial claims that Bimini Boat Tops were named for the sun-drenched Bimini Islands of the Bahamas. The open-sided canvas tops are usually retractable, and beginning in the early 60s, were developed to offer boaters protection from the sun. Out on the open water, Bimini Boat Tops provide shelter from the rain and shade in the sun. Their durable and versatile materials withstand rugged sea breezes and intense UV rays, while providing ample headroom for boaters. A worker measures a piece of anodized aluminum tubing for the exact leg height needed for each custom-made Bimini boat top. Then, he cuts the tubing to the dimension needed for each boat. They use aluminum and stainless steel because they don't rust. The worker begins bending the frame of the boat top. The eventual roof support is on the floor, while he holds the leg height in his hand. He must be careful to not overbend. The final angle is about 88 degrees. The worker crowns the tubing, a process that puts a rise in the center of the roof and pulls the legs inward. Each Bimini boat top is made of 3 bows of different heights. The front is shorter than the back, while the center is usually about 40% of the back leg height. Workers now assemble the bows. They attach eye ends and jaw slides to form rudimentary hinges. They now unfold the assembled tubing using the precise measurements of a customer's boat. They simulate the final shape of the boat top by using tape to spread the bows to exact widths. Once the bows have been spread and the distance is measured, they can see the shape of the final boat top. All that's left is installing the roof itself. The roof is made of acrylic canvas that is both water and fade resistant, and there are plenty of colors to choose from. The patterning process begins. Once the roof is cut, a worker stitches the roof panels. Workers spread the cut panels over the bow setup to finalize the roof dimensions. The canvas fabric is clamped to the bow setup as a worker marks the edges on the outside of the fabric. The roof is made in panels. It usually takes 2 or more panels to complete a roof, depending on the size of the boat. Once excess material has been trimmed off, the worker begins stitching. She turns the outer edge of the roof and uses a straight stitch. She works on the sides of the canvas roof before the ends. The worker now patterns the listing, which is a pocket through which the bow will be inserted. Here's what the listing's raw pattern looks like once measured and cut. She places the finished listing on top of the panel and stitches it to the end of the roof panel. The stitching process is key to the durability of the boat top. She turns the roof over so the listing is backwards. It's actually sewn on inside out and then turned over. She stitches the entire length of the listing closed. Then the company's identification tag. Workers now insert the pieces of tubing into the listings of the canvas roof. First, they push the rear bow all the way through. Once the rear bow is in place, they prepare to insert the center and front bow of the boat top. They unfurl the remainder of the roof and position the center bow on the center listing. Gradually, they slide the tubing all the way through the center listing. With the front bow inserted, the Bimini boat top is almost complete. An employee inspects the boat top for any defects. Once installed, the Bimini boat top can either be tucked away in its boot or opened up and held in place by front straps. For the life of your boat, a well-maintained Bimini boat top has it covered.